Hi, this is Áron from International Book Festival of Budapest, and we are having a short conversation with Manon Uphoff. Your novel, Falling is Like Flying, has just been published in Hungarian translation by Vince Publishing House. It's an extraordinary autobiographical story of abuse and resilience, a literary triumph that reminds us what language is capable of, as we can read on the blurb. How did you work? And how much space did you allow for instincts and creative and intuitive creative process?
That was very important, especially for this book. It was a very difficult subject, and I had to really think about what to do with language and to renew my vocabulary, because the words that we use to describe what the book is about, I didn't like. I didn't want to use those words. So I had to really think about a new language, and in order to help myself to do that, to find that language, I made a lot of use of intuitive processes like drawing, painting, everything that made the mind loose and helped me think about language in other ways.
Wow. And people cannot imagine how hard it is to face their childhood traumas until they actually try. And you did it,
Yes.
but it took your sister's tragedy, right? Do you think that such a strong tragedy is needed to trigger this introspective work?
I think that is the case in many lives. I can't speak for, of course, for a lot of other people, but I think usually what happens when in a trauma you keep locked experiences that have been much too big, much too forceful to understand, to grasp when they happen. For example, in a childhood or when you are in a war, experience can be so impressive that your mind just stops and puts them aside for you, which is a wonderful process that the mind can do that.
Build up a wall.
Yes. And in my case, I did need an extra tragedy to force myself to confront the past. I didn't want to. I wanted to do other things. I love life. I'm usually a very happy and down-to-earth person, and I didn't want to go back to something which I knew would be very dark, would be very grim, and I didn't know if I would survive mentally to go that way. So, no, I tried everything I could not to write this book, really. Yeah.
And the novel deals seriously with the question of love between parents and their children. What do you think are the most important ingredients of that love?
I think children cannot do anything else than love their parents, and they will do anything they can to deserve the love of these parents. So when there's something wrong with the love of the parents for the child cannot change that. It will just try to change itself. It will think something is wrong with me because whatever happens to me by my parents is correct, and that is something a child cannot decide. This is a bad situation, I will grab my suitcase and go somewhere else. You have to deal with the environment and the surroundings you are in. That sounds very negative, like you are, just absolutely powerless. But there is another element of this loyalty and this love for the parents that we can learn a lot from, because it also, even if the parents are not worthy of the love that the child just feels and will always feel, the child learns that it is capable of loving, and that is a major a necessity for life, that we can love. And so later in life, when you go back and you think about the things that happened to you, you can evaluate and look again what this situation in the house and this love towards my parents, were they really worthy of it? As an adult, you can ask yourself that question and you can change a little bit. You don't have to steal the love you felt as a child for them, but you can say, okay, I'm an adult now, and that has been enough. And now I will look for people and animals that are worthy of my love, so that it becomes an even love, you know, on the same level.
Thank you for all of your thoughts, and thank you for the book. And stay with us in the behind the books. See you.
Thank you.